Hello. Welcome to my presentation. Today, we are going to take a look at responsibility of the involved parties according to CMR Convention. As you know, one of the most important and main documents for the international carriage of goods by road is CMR. The CMR Convention is a United Nations convention that was adopted on the 19th of May 1956, governing the contractual relations for the international carriage of goods by road between the sender, the carrier, and the consignee. This convention says that when an international road transport contract is signed, what rules and laws govern it by default, and determine the carrier's responsibilities towards the sender or receiver of the goods. As you know, there are some standards for the application of the CMR Convention to the carriage of goods. At least one of the two countries must be a signatory party to the CMR Convention. Transportation must be international. At least one portion of the transport must be carried out by a road vehicle. CMR Convention is not applicable to funeral consignments, postal carriage, and furniture removal. Now let's check involved parties' liabilities and responsibilities. Carrier is responsible for total or partial loss or damage of the goods and any delay in delivery. Carrier is responsible for loss or damage of the goods, and any delay arising from using vehicles under defective conditions, or by reason of the wrongful act or neglect of their staff. Carrier is not responsible for loss or damage arising from the following circumstances. Use of open unsheeted vehicles, if has been expressly agreed and specified. The lack of, or defective condition of packing. In case of handling, loading, stowage, or unloading of the goods, by the sender, the consignee, or persons acting on behalf of them. The loss, damage, or delay arising from the wrongful act, neglect, or instructions of the shipper or consignee. The carriage of certain kinds of goods, which particularly exposes them to total or partial loss, or damage, especially through breakage, leakage, or the action of moth, or vermin. The carriage of goods with insufficiency or inadequacy of marks or numbers on the package. And the carriage of livestock. As Dr. Dastmaldi mentioned, if the shipper has not provided sufficient information about the dangerous nature of the cargo, the carrier may unload, destroy or render harmless at any time or place without compensation. Further, the shipper shall be liable for all expenses, loss, or damage. It's worth mentioning that reviewed items in previous slides were only an overview, and every single case must be considered in detail, under its own circumstances. Thank you for your attention.